Hey beauties. Hi, I've come here today to talk a little bit about the Temple of Truth experience, and what you can get out of it, what the results that you hear. Yeah, I can see my little cat here in the cupboard. Cutie. Um, the Temple of Truth is basically a program that was birthed from, I guess, a demand or a request, a desire from women that were working with me. And they had come to the temple that I offered ceremonies with in person. So if you're in Bali and interested in temple ceremonies, I do offer them here. And there was a desire for these women to continue working with me and to allow the integration to really come into place. Because in my temple journeys, I offer also an integration process, an integration session after 1 week after. And I realize how integration is like a word that is kind of flat line. It's like integration doesn't have much charge or much beauty. And kind of my mission, I guess, now is to make integration a very sexy word, hip, cool, rock and roll, edgy, super cool. And because integration is key if you really want to see the change, if you really want to step in to that reality that you've created or you've seen and you've gasped, you can see it, you're like in this ecstatic place from maybe a 1 week retreat or even a breakthrough session or something, and then you're like, wow, yes, I get it now, it just all makes sense. And then poof, we fall back into our old habits, our old mechanisms. The synapses continue working because there's a lot of wiring in your body that's been conditioned over time. So integration is really the accountability. It's really like finding assignments that can be designed around your day-to-day life. And this is where Temple of Truth was kind of birthed from. A lot of my assignments and my homework that I offer, for example, are revolved around your day-to-day, how you can apply and stretch the nervous system, stretch the breakthroughs or anything that's alive in you. How can you include that into your world so you can see the world? And the 3D takes time sometimes to catch up. It's like sometimes I'm working with clients and after maybe 2 months they start seeing the impact of the outer world. They're like, wow, this came up in that. And it's like the mirror starts reflecting back differently. Clients sometimes do two mentorships in a row. So one mentorship is 13 weeks, so they would do like 26 weeks in a row, because you get so much out of this kind of patient, long lastingness. I think in our day and age, we want a quick fix, we want a quick result, we want a magic trick, we want to go to a plant medicine, we want to have a big breakthrough, which you can have, but then you don't really allow it to really be embodied. It stays in this mental space, or it stays there, it's registered on an unconscious level, which is good to a degree, but however, it's really beautiful to empower yourself so you can really bring that, harness it, emphasize it, like let it grow, nurture it, right? So there are many aspects that can be addressed in our work and the work in the Temple of Truth. So yeah, this is kind of like a little bit of the history. All tools that are presented and brought to this journey is really relevant and dependent on you and where you're at. I'm not here to give you lots of theories and concepts and again get into this mental place and the mind cerebral stimulation. We're in a day and age of information age, of an overload. If anything, we need to absorb less and feel more and get more in a body and remember and let rise, from our body and get familiar with your wisdom, with what's your truth, with what's real for you, right? For somebody, maybe doing meditation every day is exactly what they need, and maybe for someone else they have to do less. It really is relevant to the person. So this is kind of the day and age where we're on a healing kind of wheel non-stop, wanting to heal, not aware that there's really just an adaptation of your relationship with the world. And the world is full of ups and downs. It's just what it is. But being able to stay here in this kind of more like you know, life is just happening and it's okay. You don't need to cling on, identify, spiral, go off, you know, go into the mental realm again and create thoughts and trigger all these old wounds. And this is where the work really starts and the integration really helps to get into the body. So tools will be presented according to where you're at, and what's been inspired or intuitively guided through me to give to you. Dark feminine is a big element of what I work with, because the dark feminine is really, she's here to rescue back into your body. We are now in pandemic 2021, and people are losing their mind. It's like they're having to really sit with themselves, and the mind is just occupying all the space and spiraling out of control, and mental health has gone peaked, and suicide has peaked, and it's so important. That's why the dark feminine has been so important, and I'm so grateful that she showed up for me in the way she did, from the inside out. Like, wow, what is this great force in me? It was like, I can hold space for myself, I can feel it, I can endure the deeper, denser emotions as well, right? And when you can calibrate and feel these deeper, denser emotions, you can feel all the pleasure and all the other side of it, of the ecstatic, orgasmic energy, not one without the other. It's just the side of the same coin. So if we just repress or forbid or reject or avoid, then we don't get to tap in with all of that glory either. It's about learning to navigate and not associating or clinging on to what's happening. So it will be a journey really designed around you. That's why a discovery call is always good, to tune in and see if I can really help you, and see kind of what comes through and what I feel would be really good for you, and then see if it resonates as well. It's very important that there's a real resonance between us, you know, and there's a real desire for you to finally step in to do the nitty-gritty, integrating mundane kind of work, and not be chasing the next ecstatic experience or an activation or this and that. So for a journey, there's 13 weeks minimum, so we can really start seeing the results. The sessions are bi-weekly. There's 7 sessions, and again, it's been designed exactly because I believe in integration so much, and in things showing up in your world, and you being able to respond it with whatever we've been working on, and trial and error and experimenting and coming closer and closer to your truth. So anyway, so that's Temple of Truth for you, and let me know if you're interested, and we can book a discovery call, link in bio. The doors are always open. There's no more launch dates. When I'm full and busy, you just come into a waiting list and we'll take it from there. All right? So much love your way.